right, hello and welcome to the Icon Underground Community Clubhouse. This is, of course, an hour-long forum dedicated to covering the latest developments in the Incognito project. We're going to dive into the heart of this collection. We're going to hear directly from some of the users and even the devs. In this case, we got Dynasty with us this afternoon. Super good to have Dynasty. We got Noob here as well, one of the community leads, and yours truly, as well as, we got quite a number of people here on the AMA stage here in the Discord server. The link is in the description below if you guys want to check that out. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get into it. We got a bit of an update to serve up for you guys. Very excited to be back, of course. Sorry for a bit of a delay in kind of this AMA format. Been very busy working in the background. I'm sure Dynasty can tell you all about it. Dynasty, how are you? How are things? Still with us, Dynasty?
You can hear me, right? Yeah, I can hear me now.
What now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, mic was muted. All good. Everything is running. Everything is well. Yeah, can't wait to start interacting with everybody once again. We have not done any AMA for quite a bit, and that's something that we have to get back to doing at least once a week. I have also moved the Ask Us Anything channel up top. You're gonna see it on top of the AMA stage. You guys can ask any questions there. Just made it simple for you guys to send a message there.
Cool. I'll put the AMA channel actually on screen for the duration of the show, guys, for anybody watching on YouTube. AMA channel, yep, just got tagged here. Drop your questions in here. This is what I'll be keeping my eye on if anybody wants to leave kind of hot comments as Dynasty's speaking. I'll keep my eye on it. But yeah, let's keep going. What else can we update the fam about?
Let's see. Let's start with questions. Any plans on adding colored backgrounds or any customizable property that don't affect rarity? Not really. It's something that we talked about the first couple weeks of the collection, where we pretty much decided between animating all 10,000 icons or adding colored backgrounds. We could have implemented a system to add color backgrounds, but adding color backgrounds on OpenSea to 10,000 different images, we would have to pretty much program a software to do it, or a way to do it through our website and stuff like that, which could be done, but now that they're animated, it's not something that will be possible, at least for now. One moon soon, crypto beard soon.
I mean, regarding the backgrounds, maybe one thing we need to do is better inform potential customers, new people browsing, window shopping the store, in the description, that incognito description, that indeed the customer and user has access to a control panel that will be able to kind of customize your image, and in the future deliver so many more variations of the OpenSea is just a preview after all. I'm sure we'll find a way to better communicate all the goodies, all the customizations you can actually download once you purchase the icon. So as nice as it would be to actually push that update to the OpenSea, maybe just informing the customer of his options will have to suffice. But sorry, let's keep going.
Perfect. Also, let's see other questions. If you guys want to come up on stage and ask your question directly to us, let us know. Jack and Noob, you can keep track to see if people
No
are.
problem. I got a list to work through for now. So we'll knock out some of the early questions, and then we'll go.
Yeah. Some of my old ones don't rotate. How can I get them to rotate? That's Machine Elf. All the old ones that were rotating should be rotating. Go ahead and refresh the metadata on OpenSea, and if there's any errors, just let us know, and I'll get our dev team to take a look and make sure the correct file was uploaded.
Yep. For anybody watching on,
I haven't seen that error happen, so just let us know.
Indeed, for anybody watching on YouTube, something, of course, if you've been watching this podcast on YouTube, I have been updating everybody on the rollout of the animations, and one of the latest to have been pushed out is Marble. Guys, you can see I have anybody watching on YouTube, at least on my screen here, you can see that Marble, which I have the results up here, quite a few of them have their metadata refreshed and are now animated. Yes, they are rotating, they're spinning. We've officially pushed this to the Marble collection. It really is magnificent. Hats off to Dynasty and team. Just another icon that really comes to life thanks to the animation, to the rotation. This is one of those that has like the gloss like of some of the other textures. You know, it's kind of glossy, like robotic, the glass, the bronze, and so forth. But it has the texture that those ones don't, right? This Marble really kind of bridges the glossiness of some of the tones with like the texturized kind of concrete look. Very, very cool to see
Marble is
rotating.
actually one of the coolest ones. When I saw them, like when we animated them, it's probably one of my favorite types of materials when animated, for sure. I mean, it gives the entire base, entire material. It gives a totally different look with all the glossiness, with all the texture you can see in that. So I like it a lot.
Just for a quick update to everybody, someone asked this part here, refresh metadata in this controlled panel up here. If you're watching on YouTube, this button here, if you click it, it will refresh the metadata. As you can see, this one's not rotating yet, but if you come back after 10 minutes after clicking this, it usually updates to the new preview. Just a little FYI, but let's continue.
Let's see other questions. Give me a sec.
I have one here concerning Master Collector.
Yeah, Master Collector. That's something that we are going to update you guys, all the Master Collectors, and a general update. Probably in the next day or two, give or take. I don't want to take much longer than that. We haven't announced the exact Master Collector rewards, simply because I'm still confirming a few unique rewards that we want to give Master Collectors, and as well as how exactly we want to structure it. But yeah, Master Collector rewards are gonna be updated in the next day or two, give or take. I'll make sure to update you guys if anything changes.
All right, I'll make a note, guys.
But it's gonna be pretty cool for sure. I mean, one of the things that we want to add as the rewards for sure is like similar to the 3D printed icons that we hinted to you guys that we were working with. I want to see if we can do like special 3D printed icons for Master Collectors. I'm even looking to see if we can get Master Collectors a Incognito literally made out of glass, a blown glass. So that's gonna be pretty cool. So I mean, there are a few things that we want to see if we can realistically include it to all Master Collectors and see exactly how we want to do in terms of the repeating of when a new, let's say, new Master Collector comes in, exactly how that's going to work and all these things. So more details are going to be published in the next day or two.
All right, that is the Master Collector update. Dynasty, something on your list you want to cover?
Not really. I mean, there's all the questions here. I'm going to go through the questions. There's a quick question from Machine Elf as well. How many Master Collectors? There can only be 23 Master Collectors, if I'm not mistaken, because there's only 23 golden icons. So by default, there can only be 23 Master Collectors. And for example, I have 2 golden icons, where one of them is pretty much for promo. I have the Spaceman, and there's also a few whales that have a couple gold ones. So there's probably around like 15 no, even less, probably like 10 or 12 Master Collectors right now, give or take.
Very, very few, really. All right, I have one concerning the shark rewards. When would they be claimable? Someone asked me.
I have to check the timing for everything. Like we posted about it, but we are going to start rolling and collecting on information and start creating that process where people can submit their, let's say, their claim to the rewards, and then the team is going to check everything checks out, and then we'll put you in a list or to send you the rewards. It's probably going to start towards the end of this week. It's something that we're going to work on this week for sure.
Indeed, it'll probably take time, guys, just to kind of like temper expectations. It involves a lot of logistics. It's not just as quickly as blasting out a bunch of digital merch. Do have to collect and have the merch be created, packaged, shipped, etc. But certainly look forward to getting sharks their claimable rewards.
And like everything we've done, we don't want to send. I mean, there's some things that have to be done realistic. Like we can't set our own expectations too high. But for example, for master collectors and for more of the unique merch and stuff like that, we don't want to just send you a plastic bag with a hoodie inside and that's it. We want to actually send you something nicer, probably like a carton box with like an icon design and probably like stickers or something like that, like something that actually looks a bit like that we at least spent $10 on boxing instead of 10 cents. It's not to compare us to other products or whatever, but I got the artifact hoodie that I claimed a couple months ago, and it literally just came in a plastic wrap, and I sold the meta pigeon for like 12 ETH, for a little less, like 10 ETH. So it's like you get a hoodie that's literally worth $1,000 right now on eBay, and you don't even get like a nice packaging and stuff like that. So we want to make sure at least there's that you guys can see that we actually put not as money, because it doesn't really cost too much, but at least the time that we have spent doing these things, you guys are gonna notice and see the difference of
what presentation is everything. This is intended to be a luxury item. It should arrive displayed as such. And yeah, you gotta have that goodie bag attached to it too. It really doesn't cost a lot, but it does give it that like special personal touch.
I can go right away into our merch. I don't know if somebody already asked, but give me a sec. Yeah, I don't think somebody asked yet, or maybe they did, but I'm not sure. Our merch, it's taking a little longer. Honestly, the main reason why it's taking a little longer is simply the logistics of everything. We had to check every single type of hoodie that we want, the material. Apart from that, we had, like I told you guys, it's not just simple merch. We have metaverse stuff that's going to be included with the merch. So literally included with the merch, not just separate things. It's going to be part of the merch. So those things take time. I think I mentioned this last week, but this week we're going to make the big merch announcement that we're going to give you guys all the information in terms of exact dates and time frame you guys can expect the limited hoodies and hats for the icon holders who have an icon hat and icon hoodie, and as well as our entire plan and roadmap with our merch, how it's going to work. There's going to be a few hidden things in there that you guys might not know about until you purchase the merch. The merch itself, we're gonna make sure to announce this, but the merch itself is also gonna have utility. It's not just gonna be merch. That merch itself is gonna sometimes be like a sort of a pass or sort of like a key to future special airdrops to other things we're gonna do later on. How we're gonna do this, how it's gonna work as a key, you guys are gonna find out when we announce it. But it's gonna be pretty fun and pretty cool for sure.
Right. Well, I got one other thing I'd like to cover, and that's, of course, the white paper and the roadmap update. I had quite a few people message me, and I do like to, of course, touch on, every bit of feedback that comes our way, guys. And I think we have made, as a comment, I think the team has made fantastic progress on executing quite a bit of the roadmap, guys. But indeed, I think it does deserve an update right now, and we read you loud and clear, and we will indeed reorganize the white paper, and particularly the roadmap component for the months of September and October to kind of better reflect where we are. And yes, just my hats off again to Dynasty and the team for all the progress that they're making, guys. This next stage is going to be very exciting. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about, kind of what the next push is and what we should expect, and kind of maybe what we should expect even of the users, right? We're going to need a little bit of help, really getting the noise started on social media.
For sure. Give me one.
Although creative contest has definitely helped, guys.
The creative contest, I'm already closing the channel since it's pretty much done for submissions. We're gonna make sure and post all the information for next steps between today and tomorrow morning. If we don't get to it to today, probably just we're gonna post it tomorrow morning. And there you guys are gonna have all the information. We as a group and as a team have to look over through all the different submissions that people made. What we're gonna do is it might actually take a day or two, because we want to make sure in DM those that submitted multiple different images, because you can only choose one of yours to be part of the tournament, let's say, the contest. What we're gonna do is we're gonna select like fan favorites and a few others that might not make it into the tournament, and maybe just reward them with something special. Well, we would have to just look into it. But yeah, and in terms of the roadmap and all that, yes, we have to. We're gonna work on this week. Make sure it's done by the end of the week of updating a roadmap, simply adding and moving things around to further make it easier for people understand what we've done, what we have planned in the next couple of weeks, months, and pretty much go from there. We're also going to update a couple of channels here in Discord. For example, our frequent ask questions channel that has a few outdated information that people don't really need to know about or won't really care. Apart from that, I think that was it from your question, right?
Yeah, that had to do with, of course, the contest. How about this? You don't want to talk about the marketing a little bit? We do have a bit of a moon mission coming up.
Yeah. Before that, I want to make sure people know about the new subcategory that is being ran by yourself and Noob mainly, which is the Icon Army subcategory, where like we have the War Room, the Intel, the Reward to winners, and all that, attack targets. That's pretty much for us to organize what we want to do in terms of going after specific tweets that influencers and bigger profiles on Twitter do, where we can all post our icons, try to get their attention, and further help further help the community and the collection get more eyes, more new eyes onto it. So if you haven't, please go ahead and check it out. We are going to organize it a little better as well, make it look a bit more professional, as well as add a few rewards here and there, at least a couple rewards a week. And then we're probably gonna do it where we're gonna select random members who help out and are part of the Icon Army, and give them sometimes icons, sometimes who knows, maybe merch, maybe something else. We'll see. And apart from that, with the marketing, the favorite word of many Incognito members. Give me a sec. Let me see if somebody asks anything specific. But with marketing, you guys know this week is gonna be pretty big. I've mentioned it and I've hinted about it quite a bit. For Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, I have to check our schedule with the other team that we hired for this specific thing. Can't say too much. I think we have everything set for Wednesday. So Wednesday, you guys should be getting a few more sneak peeks of what we have done, and have been planning. And then you guys are gonna have like the big reveal is going to be probably next week. Why next week? Because the way we want you guys to know about this big thing is gonna be done a big way. There's no point of us doing, let's say, a big marketing stunt and then just posting it on Twitter. I mean, you could do that. You're gonna get some engagement, but if we are gonna go big with a marketing stunt, we're gonna go big with how we want to make sure the whole world knows about it. So, and we're pretty much both things are gonna be done as big as possible. So when you think about a marketing stunt that you can do, the biggest you can do is what we're gonna do. Maybe not the biggest, but in our, let's say, the possibility in taking things into like reality. We can't talk to Elon Musk and send a 3D incognito in the SpaceX mission and then send it to space. We can't do that. We're gonna do something, let's say, not cooler maybe, but something pretty cool, similar to that. Maybe we'll see. And then yeah, so we're gonna make sure that you guys get updated. You guys are gonna get a few sneak peeks here and there. We have a few videos, a few clips, a few images here and there that we are going to be posting on Discord and on Twitter. The Twitter post might be deleted after a couple seconds, couple minutes, so you guys might have to turn on notifications to actually be able to see it, or maybe take a screenshot if you want to. It's something that you guys will have to wait and see, but it's gonna be pretty cool for sure.
All right, so there you have it, guys. There is a little update on the big marketing stunt coming, and as Dynasty summarized, comes with publicity, of course, some big publicity push in conjunction. So there's the stunt coming this week, and then the publicity comes a week after, which is exactly how you got to capitalize on such a stunt. So very, very excited for the next few weeks ahead. In fact, the whole month of October could be very exciting because, we're going to leave behind September. September, I think, on average, is kind of like a bearish month for crypto markets and so forth.
General as well.
In general,
October should be a very bullish. It should be a very bullish month for sure. The next couple months should be pretty bullish all around in the crypto world.
We can only hope.
So I think everything it's gonna fall into place for sure.
Exactly, guys. That can be our hope going forward, is indeed the markets do tear off on a bullish move for the remainder of the Q4, and everything that we've been building and working toward will come to fruition over the next coming few weeks and months. I absolutely love it. One other thing I'll throw in, one other thing, of course, Dynasty mentioned, guys, and this is an extremely important part of what comes next, and that's, of course, we have to rally the troops. We have to, and we've already been doing a great job of this, guys. We have been running this for just a few days now, and it's had great results. A few of you in the community have spearheaded the War Room channel in this new Icon Army sub-channel. And you guys doing great work. Anybody has like really relevant Twitter links, bring them here to the Intel channel. Of course, some of you are really glued to the Twitter, to the crypto Twitter. Do you see like quality NFT posts brewing on crypto Twitter? Bring them to our attention. We are, of course, organizing a few at least. Try not to overwhelm people. We're trying not to make this a chore. We're trying to make this clean, simple, and easy. We are, of course, curating a few different posts per day, usually just 1 to 3, so it's not too many to do at all. And these are posts that we raid as an army, guys. We're not doing anything abusive here. We're merely showing up in numbers to some of these tweets. There's a very brief description explaining what the tweet's about and what you should more or less reply with. This usually requires a like. Just scroll through the post, like the other icon comments you'll see below, and this is how we make our presence felt, guys. If we keep working at this, especially in numbers, guys, our strength will be in the numbers. Every little bit counts. If you have just a few minutes to spare, check out the Attack Targets channel once a day and just run a few of the missions there. And guess what? You might even be rewarded. In fact, all weekend long, Noob was giving out prizes to anybody who is basically putting in work on the daily target checklist. It's really not a lot of work, guys, and he still is. So it's
still got more.
Not a lot of work. Highly encourage you guys to check out Tag Targets, especially over the next couple weeks as the big marketing push really comes online. All right, not much more to say about that. Thank you for all your contributions, guys. Let's continue to the next question.
And there's a few questions I want to go ahead and answer. Adam said, hey, are you guys planning any collab? Someone else doing the same as Icon or not really? We want to start a new collection. It's going to be part of Incognito. It's going to be just like a artistic collab collection where we want artists, other projects, communities and stuff like that. They're going to come together and pretty much they're going to create something with an icon, or we are going to create a special icon for them. It's similar to what Bored Apes has with, I don't remember the collection they have, which is pretty much like an honorary Bored Apes collection, which is just pretty much different versions of other apes. So we're going to do something similar with that. For example, we have 3 very cool artists that they reached out and wanted to do like a special icon design, let's say a mix between icons and their art. And the whole point of it is just pretty much publicity. And at the end, what we're going to do is give it back to you guys, to the community. So that's going to be pretty cool. And we want to make sure and do a few of those for sure for the down the line. Crypto Beard says, any hints on the changes of the vision? I mean, the vision is the same. The vision has not changed. Some things have been done sooner. Some things are going to take a bit longer. Every time you start a big project like this, which actually has a vision and actually has things planned for the future with set dates and stuff, those things are always going to change. Some things are going to be done faster. Some things are just going to take a bit longer, especially because we want to make sure everything we do has quality and is actually worth doing. So the general vision has not changed. Once we are finished with all 10,000 animations and all those kind of things, with all the downloadable files and all those things that just take it just takes so much time that you guys can't imagine, we'll have even a bit more time to further push our merch, to further push our metaverse plans, to further push even the rewards and things that we want to do with you guys. Another thing that I want to touch on and take this opportunity is rewards. Something I've mentioned before. For example, Lazy Lions. Lazy Lions is a great example of a pretty good project that they were pretty consistent for a month and a half, give or take, even almost 2 months, and their floor price was even lower than ours, and not much was happening, but the community kept growing. They kept their community alive. They kept their team trying to do more and do more stuff for the community. And all of a sudden, you can see their floor price is at 2.7 ETH. And that's a project that a couple weeks ago, its floor was 0.1 or even less than 0.1. So, I mean, one of the things that helped them out quite a bit was the Aurora rewards they created. One of the problems with rewards that I've mentioned this a couple times is the legality of the things. And not many of you might understand the legal parts of a NFT collections, stuff like that. But 90% of NFT collections that you see nowadays are literally going to disappear in a couple months. Either because they're going to get sued and they're going to just have to shut down everything, or their team is just going to not want to deal with taxes, with registering a name or whatever, and registering it as a company, stuff like that. And they're also going to pretty much disappear. And as well as all the like 90% of all the collections out there where teams just give up and are no longer active with their community. So we have to be very careful of what we give out as reward, how we plan things, how exactly we do things. We can't just do it. For example, if we want to create a token or reward you guys with a percentage of the royalties that we get or something like that, we would have to register the company, register the entire thing as a security in the US. If we don't do it, we are probably going to get sued later on for millions of dollars, for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if we don't pay that, then you can have a bunch of legal troubles. So, and this is going to happen to Bored Apes. This is going to happen to Lazy Lions. This is going to happen to CyberCons 100%, because even with their bananas, that you get bananas and get money from that, that's pretty much like owning a stock or having or purchasing securities in the US or outside the US. It doesn't matter. So I know you guys want us to do a bit more with like rewards and stuff like that, and incentivize more of the community to join and other people to join, and to give it even if not better, but different let's say different reasons to purchase Incognitos and utility in general. And we are gonna do it. It's just gonna take a bit time to actually figure it out, figure out the legal part of things. That's why we literally hired a legal team to advise us on these type of things, simply because this collection was never meant to be a short-term thing. And from the get-go, this was never a short-term collection to make money and leave. If that was the case, I would have already made 5 other collections, which I would have done the same thing, make $1 million, $2 million, and go to the next one. And with my expertise, with the marketing plans that I normally do, and the way I know this business, I could easily sell 10 other NFT collections, and I'm not even exaggerating. But that's not the point. The point is making this a global brand, something much bigger for you guys and for the entire community that has helped us from day one. So those things, to do things right and to make sure we do have a future, then we have to make sure that things are done correctly and legally, which is the most important.
Yeah, I talk about this on Twitter frequently, guys. You may have heard me sounding off on this topic. I know it sounds like peak FUD, but it's true. A lot of DeFi plays or anything remotely resembling DeFi in the future could be in big trouble. The authorities, if you follow what the regulators are saying, the direction the regulators are going into kind of clearing or astroturfing the entire regulatory landscape in regards to crypto is going to leave a lot of DeFi projects in a very precarious position. And I often refer to this as a gimmick, because it really is. This is about art. This isn't necessarily to be a DeFi project. And I consider it a gimmick. One that might have some short-term gains, right? A lot of people are going to get excited because you're bringing DeFi and dividends to your NFT, but that will shoot you in the foot long-term. And it's one thing we're building here, guys, is a long-term project, and long-term investors are not going to want to pick up this, a project that has a whole bunch of regulatory baggage attached to it. Maybe not today, but in 3 months or 6 months, a lot of these projects, as Dynasty described, are going to be potentially in big trouble with securities commission, and as a result, it's going to make these projects a lot less viable for long-term investment. We want to make this long-term investment grade. These are the route we have to go. Dynasty.
There was a very cool tweet. Not cool, very knowledgeable tweet. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Give me 1 second, guys. This should be. Yeah, it was here.
Yeah, drop it in AMA if you can.
Where is it? Let me see. Oh, look at here. It's here, I think. Yep. It's done. It was. I'm copying the link. I'm gonna drop it in the Ask Us Anything. That tweet pretty much, and I responded to that guy, and I saw that late at night. I was gonna go to sleep, and it's exactly what I've been mentioning. Thing is, right now, I don't know how many of you guys have been in the crypto world for at least 4 or 5 years. I have. I was in so many ICOs. I was literally in like 15 different ICOs. I invested in a bunch of other stuff. back in the day, and numerous shitcoins, literally shitcoins, and it's literally we all have, I think, Noob, right? How many times have you seen the same thing happen? If you take a second and realize NFT community and how NFT works is literally how the crypto world works. There was a time where crypto was booming, so everybody started creating their coins, and everybody started promising utility that was pretty much impossible and that was never gonna happen, and people were started doing stuff just to make a quick buck and leave, and this is exactly what's happening now. Just like in 2017 was the first like big crypto boom, and pretty much the bubble bursted from 20k to 3k. The same thing is gonna happen with NFTs. So, and I did a tweet about this a couple weeks ago, I think, or I don't remember when, that this is a bubble. Don't think it's not. This is a bubble. NFT world is a bubble, and it's gonna burst sooner or later. It might be in a year. It might be in 2 months. You never know. But you have to make sure that as collection owners or as collection leaders, we had to make sure that our collection survives those type of bursts and survives those type of markets. How many collections do you think did not survive this couple weeks just because there was a dip in the total amount of money that was coming into the NFT world? I could probably name like 5 or 6 collections from the top of my mind that pretty much dipped and are pretty much dead. Glue Factory, the horses, Space Buggers, so many others. I'm not gonna go around and say names, but there's so many other collections out there that had so much potential and just pretty much flopped. Pretty much why? Because they did not build the pillars that I always mention. They did not build the foundation. They did not build a reason, another reason to buy into an NFT collection other than hype. And when the only reason you buy an NFT is because of hype, then that NFT collection is not going to survive much longer. I'm going to go ahead and answer a very, very nice question by Osiris. I like Osiris' questions. He says the Dutch pound has been creating value for the original collection holders by becoming a launchpad for upcoming projects. If you intend to do something similar, such as artist collabs, will ensure the owners of original icon collections are rewarded for owning and believing in the original project. Yes, it's a little like yes. That's it. That's start by saying yes. The artist collabs won't be something big. It will normally be 1 or 2 icons that are gonna be part of like a special collection, and these icons are gonna be they're gonna be giving out to the community. They're gonna be sold for charity or something like that. It won't be done for profit. It won't be done for us to make money. Even, for example, if we do a partnership with a big community or big influencer or something where they want to make money from their special icon, and we, for example, we do like a 50-50 partnership, the 50% that we would get will literally just be invested in you guys, or it will be invested, not invested, will be given to a charity. So yes. And then the second part of that question, Dynasty Studios is the company that we are setting up, and it's already in the process to it's pretty much the studio that created Incognitos, and it's gonna create the next step of Incognitos and what we have planned in the future. And it's also gonna create multiple other collections further down the line. It's something that we are managing as 2 different things. But yes, one of the ways that we want to add a bit more value and add utility for the initial Incognito members and holders is by giving you guys special access, discounts, not even discounts, but just for example, in a future collection, we can give 500 mints to icon holders and those kinds of things for future collections that are going to be done with Dynasty Studios. But yes, that's something that we want to we want to do, and we had planned to announce this and make this public sooner rather than later, especially because we do have a collection that we're partnering up. This is the first time that I'm going to talk about it publicly. There's another collection that's in the works. I'm not working on it too directly, but we have a few members of the team helping out with another team that's doing a collection. And one of the ways that we are going to, let's say, charge for this, for our help to create that other collection, or for them to use our team or part of the team to help them create the collection, is giving, let's say, the Incognito family or the Incognito holders access to let's say mint passes, access to free mints, different rewards, different stuff that we're gonna do. So yeah, that's something that we are planning to do more of in the future as well. But we haven't really announced it. We haven't really even mentioned this. We haven't even mentioned this to our icon council, or even barely to some team members that have nothing to do with the other project, mainly because our main focus right now is still Incognito, and that won't change for anytime soon.
Indeed, I look forward to other collections opening up kind of exclusively or semi-exclusively to icon holders to be able to mint. Would be great to have that opportunity. Something else I wanted to touch on very briefly. Yes, so I talked to Osiris about a potential delist campaign, and I'm just going to kind of very briefly give you an idea what he was thinking about. So a delist campaign where we'd have, say, a snapshot during the delist campaign, and we take a kind of a snapshot at an undisclosed time to see, pick a winner among the delisted icons. Make it extra juicy. I have to give you some more details, Dynasty, later, because I don't want to bore you with everything. But Osiris had some brilliant ideas. How do you feel about doing a delist campaign? In the future, maybe not this week right away, but any thoughts on a delist campaign and maybe giving prizes away to delisters?
For sure, we can do that without doubt. I mean, and we can do it even bigger probably than what you have in mind, where we can even set a system up where people can let's say connect their wallets, and we can check if they have something, if they have everything, all icons delisted or not, and then we can give probably not daily, but like weekly rewards, and not just an icon. We can do $10,000. We can do a bronze incognito. We can do a bunch of like nice rewards that are gonna actually incentivize people to delist, and also they're gonna reward let's say diamond hands or stronger believers, because I know there's a bunch of you guys who don't care about listing or don't care about making a few $100 right now, and I know you guys are in it for the long run. So this is also a way we can reward some of those long-term believers.
I think that's something we have a lot of people that are here for, is people who want to hold for a long time, because like I say every time, if you go to a 3D artist right now and you tell him, I want a mannequin head in 6K resolution with spinning animation, I want it 3D printable, I want real world merch to go with this, and AR
and VR features,
exactly,
and animated in pretty much HD, as well as not just video animation, but I want GIF animations, and everything that we're gonna add, they're gonna charge you at least a couple hundred or a couple $1,000.
Yeah, at least a couple thousand. No, for sure. Absolutely. I think a lot of people are delisted right now because they know what the value would be of theirs. I mean, mind you, it might not be a one-off unique only this will ever exist. I mean, it is in some ways, but the point I'm making is there's people already realize there's more value in the project itself than if you were to list it right now for, let's say, 0.2. That
For sure.
there's more value to it. I think we have a lot of people. I don't think it'd be hard to get a delisting campaign. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it would be very easy. I don't think a lot of you guys who are worried about the floor realize how easily this can be turned around by everybody just coming together on something, like very easily.
I mean, especially in the next week or 2 weeks. I know there's gonna be quite a few of people who are gonna take the opportunity to sell their icons, make a quick couple $1,000 or a couple $100. I know that the smart ones out there, they're gonna take this opportunity and say, floor is rising, I'm just gonna delist even more. Why? Because the more you delist, the higher the floor. The higher the floor we can maintain for a longer period of time, then the stronger the floor. So there's no point of us pumping the price, and that's why some marketing, as like for example, just paying for someone to tweet about the collection and for the price to pump and then just come down a week after, not even a week, a couple days after, that doesn't really add value to the collection. But if you do something that we can make, for example, our floor price 1 ETH and then it stays there, then that's what we want to do. That's our plan. We don't want to pump the price and for it to come back and stuff like that. We want to make sure that, of course, our priority is for the entire collections to have a lot more volume, a lot higher floor. But for those things to happen, you have to create real value. And for example, I mean, that's why I've been using Lazy Lions, for example, quite a bit now, because what they did with their rewards was not just a pump and dump, was not just using social influencers to pump their price. It was they gave real utility to their NFTs that people liked. They used their community to, let's say, to advertise this new type of rewards and stuff like that. And look at their floor price right now. It's literally 2.7, 2.6, something like that, which is crazy.
All right, brilliant. Let's see how we're doing on time. Say another 12 minutes or more. I think we can go to the top of the hour at least.
Yeah, that works.
Any other comments or anything you see in here you want to cover? Let me see here.
Let me take a look.
Oh, hey, real quick, can I just say, oh my God, am I impressed at you all with Photoshop and GIMP and whatever you use it. Like I'm telling you, I've seen a couple good graphics before in my life, but
they're very cool ones out there, for
consistently,
sure.
yeah, exactly. It is consistently coming from, and it's not just like a select few people. It's a lot of you. Like, it's really impressive to me. I just want to say good job to all of you. I don't know if you all took some time out to figure out these skills. You already had them, but it definitely paid off, whatever you did. And think about this too. If your submission doesn't win, you're probably going to see it a lot on Twitter anyway, because if we're going to keep offering rewards to people for keeping the activity up, you will probably see your graphic be used, because they are really good graphics and they can be used
sure.
in post, like absolutely perfect.
Yep. Another thing
Quite a few that we're gonna use
another thing we
in the
discussed
next couple of years.
very
Go ahead,
quickly.
sorry.
No problem. One thing we discussed, somebody brought this idea up. I can't remember who exactly, but shout outs to you. Is give everybody a prize who makes it through the first round at least. Because there's a lot of people who will obviously not make top 3 or top 5, but heck, just maybe an entrant maybe prize, or even a first round prize, right? So every round people clear, they get something, right? So not everybody will make it to the top. I do think a prize is deserved for maybe all round 1 winners. What do you guys think?
Sure, we can look into it for sure. You just have to see exactly what we could give, but yeah, for sure we can look into it.
Anything we could try to do that, I think, would be great. A lot of guys are hustling, like New pointed out. Some amazing jobs, guys.
Hey, let me see any other questions out there. Liquidity pool question. That's something that we're looking into, mainly because of the legality, let's say, aspects of things. There's gonna be a few things that we're just gonna do mainly because they're like in the gray area, and like somebody here pointed out, it's not like regulators are gonna point to incognitos and try to screw us over. For them to get to us, they have to get to Bored Apes, they have to get to Larva Labs, they have to get to CryptoPunks, Meebits, and so many other huge collections out there. But at the same time, of course, we want to make sure that we are doing things at least a little bit more secure and thinking about this, of what could happen in the future, and making sure that we keep you guys safe, because I know that you guys might want us to do a few things here and there, but at the same time we might just say no simply because we want to keep you safe, and we want to keep what we have worked on for so long safe, for you guys, for ourselves, and for everybody who's part of this collection. So we're gonna look into it, as well as a few other things. They said Galleria Gallium, or I don't know how you pronounce that name, said, can we list on Nifty Gateway? Nifty Gateway is also a pretty, let's say it's in a pretty gray area, because Nifty gateways, they use fiat, so you can pay with credit card, you can pay with a bunch of things on there. When you pay with credit cards, when you pay that way, it becomes a little bit more, it becomes complicated, let's say, with the legality of things. So we have to see if it actually makes sense, and if it's actually going to, or can actually add value to us if we list a few icons in Nifty Gateway. We'll look into it. It's not a no, it's not a yes. We'll look into it.
All right.
Any other questions you guys have seen around there?
Somebody asked about Incognitas. I feel that we kind of touched on the topic Incognitas in regards to exclusive collection, or collections, new collections that may be coming down the road that may in fact be exclusive or exclusively mintable to some degree by existing icon holders. I imagine something like Incognitas would be directly mintable by the existing base. Now, how do you see Incognitas anyway? 10,000 female icons?
Incognitas, I'm not sure if they're gonna be called like that. They probably will, to be honest. I like.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. I like how it sounds. We had to see and look into it. In terms of details about the next, let's say, the companions, I mean, some things have been planned, some haven't. It's probably gonna be a 10,000. Wait, my dog wants to bark. It's probably gonna be a 10,000 collection, but we have to look into it as in terms of how exactly we want to do it, in terms of timing as well. We're gonna make sure it's done when it's right. We don't want to just throw in another project out there that's part of Incognito, but just another project out there, for example, right now, because right now it probably won't do much, and it will probably just fail. Once we have Incognitos as strong as possible, and exactly where we want it to be, then we're gonna keep adding and keep making sure the other things are planned. For that next collection that we have planned for Incognitos, let's say, it's gonna be a pretty fun one for sure, though. We have a bunch of things planned, and I want to give more away, but I won't.
No problem. Well,
but yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool when we announce it and everything.
Right on. Concerning the Incognitas, so would it be like how do you see it? Would it be like 10,000 icons? Would they mirror? Would they be a female?
Cyrus was explaining a bit of his delisting campaign ID and timeline, stuff like that. I really like that idea, Cyrus, for sure. I'm going to reply to it and just do a dot so people know what I'm referring to. I like the idea for sure. It could also be a way where people that have everything delisted are part of events, they're part of airdrops, they're part of all the things that we are gonna do to reward people. It could simply be something similar to how Lazy Lions have done it, but something I don't feel comfortable doing is giving members like the royalties, at least for now, until we have a bit more. I think, until things are a bit more clear in terms of making sure our collection is not categorized as a security or something like that. So instead of that, instead of just giving you guys the money, we would just do stuff with it, rewards, marketing, and a bunch of other stuff that are it's actually, it can even make the whole system and the whole, let's say, idea even bigger and much cooler. So yeah, I mean, that Delist campaign can be something that we can work on and develop something much bigger, where for like I said, it gives you like a pass, or for you to be eligible to win something, or to even receive special airdrops that we have planned. You must have everything delisted for Incognitos. So yeah,
Beautiful.
I mean, a bunch of things can be done with that idea.
Indeed. Osiris, your ideas are.
And we do want to do a couple more things, let's say DeFi things, where we are looking into not burning or anything like that. I don't like the idea of burning Incognitos. Maybe in the future, you never know. But we'll look into a few things. For example, there's a way. I'm pretty sure there's a way that we can. You can stake Incognitos, and for example, maybe you can stake Incognitos and you get a special token in reward. But it's not gonna be a token that that has real value, but maybe you can no real like monetary value, but maybe you can redeem those tokens for different things, different rewards, or just different things. Maybe even here on Discord. So like, we just have to look at the legality of things. But there's a bunch of things and ideas and other systems we want to put into place that are gonna give the collection even more utility than just the art, the animations, the 3D stuff, the 3D printing capabilities, AR, VR, and everything else that we want to do.
Right. Beautiful. Have you guys heard of the Incognidogs idea? Either of you? Noob, you heard of
Oh,
Incognidogs?
I have dogs. Is it
Any
dogs?
other questions?
The idea is, you launch. It'd be it's a spin-off collection. It'd be kind of maybe an airdrop companion collection, and it would be like a dog that mirrors
Does
your.
anybody want to come onto stage?
Yeah, anybody want to get in here? But imagine.
Are you speaking, Jack? I can't hear you if you are.
Yeah, you don't hear me?
Yeah, he's speaking the whole time. You just talking over.
Or noob, I can't hear either.
Oh no, his
Pretty sure I can't
sound's
hear
not
you.
working.
His audio changed at some point. He went mute for a second, and I think that's
I'm
when
gonna
his.
exit and join back just
Yep.
in case.
That was funny. This
Somebody
this
has.
happened to me a couple times a week.
Did you see that pic? Yeah, someone said Incognitos. Yeah, Caesar. Caesar from Ape House.
Oh, I don't know what I like
Incognitos.
better. Is it
Well, you guys-
Incognidogs, bro? Or
Incog-
hey, what's up? You can hear us
Can
now?
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That was funny. He was
Yeah, we were talking
He's
about.
talking over us.
Yeah, we were talking about Incognitos or Incogdogs, or however it would be.
We're not gonna do dogs.
Um,
None of that.
I just think that's
have
funny.
you seen that one Photoshop in the server? It's pretty cool. Somebody took like a
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
plastic
It's very
looking
cool for
dog.
sure.
I think
Did
that'd
someone
be cool.
send that or post it again? I haven't
Post
seen
it.
that before.
If anybody knows
I
Somewhere.
saw that for sure. It was very cool.
anybody.
Is it in creative?
But we are not gonna do animals. I
All
don't
right,
think so.
all right. Blue bucket, guys. There's a doggy with a blue bucket on him.
But for example,
Post
the female, let's say female companions, one of the big things was that is gonna be let's say all the cherry things that we want to do with it. So that's gonna be pretty big, and we're gonna make it where it's gonna be very special. And it's gonna mean a lot to a lot of people, not just us as icon holders, but for the entire community, and making sure that we also give back to other communities, to other things out there that sometimes are a bit more important than just NFTs or investing in crypto.
Indeed, kind of a World of Woman type play.
Maybe so, yeah.
A bit of a philanthropy opportunity for the collection, for the community to indeed highlight and give back in some way. So I like it. I think that's going to in itself present a remarkable marketing opportunity.
Hermie might change my mind with
Oh, the
in
dog.
dogs.
Dude,
But
look at that thing, dude. Oh my god, that is so good. I did see
Incognitas.
that. I did see that. That is what I saw. Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
thing, dude.
Now imagine
it looks sick for
imagine
sure.
every holder getting airdropped free of charge their like dog equivalent of their icon, right?
We could actually look into that for sure. I think that would be actually awesome.
Nux is going to have
Not as
to
like maybe not as like a separate collection similar to a not as not like what's it called Bored Apes did, where they actually made like a different collection where they have like it's its own collection.
Yeah.
But maybe we can do it as a an
metaverse
airdrop, like you
or
said.
something. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, even metaverse, sure. I don't
Exactly.
know what metaverse except Dogs, but
Hmm.
sure we could probably do it as a
Yeah,
giveaway, as
I
a
wouldn't
airdrop for sure.
I wouldn't want to dilute the main collection, especially this early, guys. This
Yeah,
is something that could come much later, but I just think the idea is
exactly.
awesome, and I look forward to Nux doing the doggy shaped gas mask. Good.
For sure.
It's actually a lot I want to see with that.
All right. Do we have any more serious non-dog related AMA
Yeah.
questions? Let's get through a few more, and we'll start wrapping things up in the next 15, 20 minutes.
For
Back to the
sure.
gentleman.
Nobody wants to join in the stage. We
We've had
have
a
one
couple
request.
people. Yeah.
Regan, I'm gonna set Regan invite to speak. I've
Yeah.
invited you.
Get these guys in here.
How are you?
Yeah. What's up,
Welcome.
man?
Yo, boys, how are we?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm really good. I'm just sitting at the beach watching the sunrise. It's fucking amazing.
Nice.
So I just wanted to actually ask, I posted the MA just before, but I was just a bit curious about what seems to be a bit more of a budding relationship with the Cells Land project. Can you guys explain a little more about that, potentially?
Yeah, I can explain. So I'll tell you exactly how everything kind of started with that. I saw this project very small. It's got a map view, and you've seen a little bit of it. Basically, this is a project that's all utility, like no art, because you put in the art. It's something you can display. NFTs, images, videos, 3D files. You can put sanitized HTML code in it, which means you can embed like web pages and whatnot. There's a lot you can do with it. Now, at first in my mind, I thought of it more like a kind of like a social media page where you can just kind of display whatever you'd like. But then I thought in my head, this is really good like advertising space, because you can have it so the map has whatever picture you'd like. In fact, they made us a special texture of a rotating icon head where everybody else has a like colored design, which will make people zoom into the zone and say what's going on over there. They'll see all these pictures of incognitos, and because we are giving out space in it to the people who are very active on Twitter and in the community, who will then find out that there may be something to these cells later. They'll be able to display a bunch of different stuff, and it won't just be one person trying to advertise. It'll be a community effort that's and mind you, the project is small right now, and it's obviously got a long ways to go. It's two guys who are developers. They don't do graphics themselves. They don't do advertising or marketing themselves. They were pretty lost. So I just saw the potential in it, and I said, let me see if I can do anything with this. And the more partnerships they're getting with other collections who are like, yeah, give us a space. We got the biggest one because I've been helping them out since before they had like anybody that wanted a space, and therefore that's why they gave us the largest one. But the more that starts to grow, and the more we're able to edit stuff with that and show our icons and even 3D files once we have those, which you will be able to put in there, they will see and be able to rotate around a 3D file inside of your cell. And right now, since no one really knows about it, it's dirt cheap. I thought it'd be a great way for the Incognito marketing to kind of it's dirt cheap marketing right there, and interactive. and something that the community can get involved in. And
It's
I
something
think we need more
to
of
make
that.
it simple. It's something very cool. It's something that we have an
Yeah.
opportunity to be literally the biggest sell in there, and it's something that could bring in a lot of benefits further down the line because they have a great team, which is working day in day out and making sure that their entire platform and everything they're doing is literally growing by every single day. And it's not a project that's just going to die in the next 2 days. So yeah, we're helping them out, they're helping us out, and it's just something that we believe later down the line it could really be a pretty good, let's say, marketing / publicity for us as well.
Yep, they have a
Yeah.
quality product, guys, and so my hat's off.
Thanks to you boys.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep helping them so that it'll help us as well. And Shadow in here is doing some of the graphics in the competition. He did a rebranding for them that their graphics were awful. It was really bad. Like honestly, it seemed kind of cute to me. They were so like lost that being able to put them on the right direction is nice. But Shadow in here that's been submitting some graphics. He did their logo. And Shadow comes from my YouTube community. He did a lot of graphics work for me. Kind of came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Yo, this guy is extremely talented." And kind of like as a thank you, I try and put him on to anywhere I can think to put him that he'd do well. And yeah,
We had to talk to him, but he might be joining the family, even if he might not know this right now. So yeah.
Yeah, he's
Other
already here.
thing,
Hustling.
one thing, yeah, for sure. Other thing that it's been asked quite a bit with the Nemo and Tuna rewards. To be completely honest with you guys, it's something I've mentioned. I mentioned this before. I don't really have any specific thing in mind in terms of like physical reward that you guys might get. We're gonna look into it. We might later on have like a merch or something that we can just make it where only Nemo and Tuna Plus members can order it. It could be like limited time merch or limited quantity, stuff like that. We'll look into it. I don't think it's gonna be like rewards that you're gonna be able to claim every single month or stuff like that. It's gonna be more of a extra access or special access to a few things. But we can't. Thing is, we can't spread ourselves too thin, especially because we already have like 5 different groups and like 6 different groups and stuff like that. So and to be honest, 5 icons right now. Of course, some people might not be able to afford it, but it's pretty affordable. It's not too expensive to own 5 icons right now. So yeah. But we do want to make it at least a little bit more special for you guys, not just to have a different colored name or like a different level when we finish the profile bot, which is I'm gonna try and finish that in the next day or 2 as well. We want to make it a little bit more special for you guys for sure. We'll let you know. We'll think about it. We'll see what we can do, what we can plan for further down the line, and yeah.
For anybody watching on YouTube, we've got a little preview of the sell zone or sells.land on screen here. Check it out, guys. This is what it looks like. If you've never seen this before, the best way I think to describe this is this is kind of like a museum, maybe a gallery for your NFTs, and the floor plan is basically the grid of the earth. Check this out. You can see what's one of the biggest icons or tiles on the map. Well, it's us right here. Look how huge this thing is. We are like the only one that has this epic rotating animation. Shoutouts to Noob and the sales team. And then when you zoom in on this, right, see all the individual tiles. This is what constitutes inventory here in Greenland, and you can see a few of the members who received their sell as a prize have already posted animations to them. Take a close look so you can check it out. I highly encourage you guys to check this out. Big shoutouts to the sales team and Team Icon. This is going to be a fun project, but enough of that. What else do we have to mention? Any other
Also,
questions?
to reiterate, with the Nemo and Tuna rewards and stuff like that, there are gonna be rewards. There are gonna be special groups. It's gonna be special. We are gonna make sure it's at least a little special. And you're gonna have extra, let's say, you're gonna be able to participate in special giveaways and special drops and special like, stuff like that. It's simply just I would just want to be very realistic, where it's not like we can send a 3D printed icon to every Tuna or every Nemo holder out there, simply because it's just not realistic. But we are gonna make it special. We're gonna give it some utility at least, and as time progresses, and as we keep adding stuff, and as we keep growing this collection, all the rewards are gonna be, all the groups are gonna be even more unique. They're gonna even have more stuff, and each one is gonna grow to be even more special. The further we keep growing, and the further we keep this collection thriving, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, right now we just simply have too many things going on, and way too many things in mind, stuff like that. But we will make sure to include a few, let's say, rewards, and let's say some utility in the near future.
Right, Incognitki. This is cool. I want to put Chile on the cells map. I noticed that, you know, obviously everybody who gets to cells wants to buy like their home turf on the map.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So if we own like some, and we own a big piece of real estate up at the top of the map, where as soon as you open it up, that's the first thing you see. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's just cool to get in on this early. I like the project, and the devs are definitely grinding out cool tech here. So anybody who builds legit stuff has my respect. What else do we have to cover? There's a question here concerning the new website update. You know, the expanded telemetry, or whatever you want to call it, the new control panel.
Yeah.
When's that coming?
Attributes. I have to hop in a call with our devs and see exactly where that is at. I know that we are still working with OpenSea API and stuff like that. It's a bit more complicated, because it's not just graphics. It's not just moving things around on a website. We're connecting everything to OpenSea directly to our collection, so you guys get updated information in terms of, you can see the floor, you can see different the amount of icons that are available for a different type of icon, and pretty much how the CryptoPunk attributes page works, but doing it for Incognitos. That's our main idea, having a much better UI as well. The UI is pretty much the design, stuff like that. So it should be soon. It probably will be released this week. I'm gonna make sure and get an update from our devs and see exactly when we can tell you guys whether it's gonna be published. But it's gonna be pretty cool for sure. That's gonna be a big addition to our website. For me, for example, I for one love the attributes page for CryptoPunks, just because of the information it gives you. It tells you same thing that we're gonna add. For example, it's gonna tell you the exact amount of 2 traits that are there, the exact amount of 3 traits, 4 traits, 5 traits, 7 traits, the floor price for each of those traits and amounts, let's say. And my dog does not want to stop barking. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, that was quick. and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty sick. And then our main objective after that is making sure that you guys can download all the animations through our website, as well as other stuff, all the other stuff that we are planning to add for you guys.
Right. See here, quarter after, we have gone 75 minutes. Final question or two before we wrap it up. I mean, Dynasty, I think this was great. We answered a lot of questions. I think we mostly stayed on point. You know, we haven't rambled for too long here, anything crazy. So today was chock filled of information. I look forward to doing the timestamps for the replay. Anybody's catching that replay is going to have timestamps to easily navigate through what was probably like a dozen or more questions answered. Pretty hype.
Let me go ahead and answer one other
Yep.
thing before we wrap this off. Mixed Rush asked, not everybody said pretty much, he didn't ask any question actually, but he said not everybody wants to own 20 floor icons, but rather have 3-5 rare icons. Not sure if you agree with the incentive of large collections. Yes, for sure. And that's why I said that we have quite a bit of things to think around it and make sure everything works and flows and has a balance. That's why, yes, we want to reward larger holders, but as well, we want to make sure that we reward, for example, those at the list, those who have a much longer term vision as well as us. So there's gonna be a balance. It's not like we're gonna put all our eggs on large holders. We want to make sure that we reward those people that have been here from the start. We want to make sure that we reward those that support our merch, and we're gonna do it in very different ways. Like I told you guys, our merch is gonna be a key pretty much to many airdrops, to many other things that we have planned in the future. It could even be a key to open a door in a meetup that we might have further down the line. It's literally something that we have planned and something that we look into. It's gonna have the capability, the technological capabilities of doing that. So yeah, I mean, we are gonna reward holders who have more like certain amount of icons and certain amount of NFTs, simply because just incentivize people to buy more. And those who buy more icons are usually have a longer vision for what have longer are here for a longer term. No, they're not just here to flip, because most people who have a couple, most people, this is just a general idea. This is not the same for everybody, but most people who own one or two are normally here to flip. There are also some flippers who have 20 and just use half of their collection to flip. So I mean, just talking generally here, generally speaking. But yes, we are gonna balance things out. We want to make sure that you guys have other utility rewards. For example, the delisting campaign idea that we're gonna develop. The entire reward system is gonna be also a change. Maybe not change, but it's gonna be added to it, added onto further down the line as we develop this new extra utility we want to give you guys. I hope that answered your questions and your concern.
What else we?
I think that's pretty much it, unless there's some other.
I mean, we had a knockout success. Dynasty, you want to do this again?
Give me 1 sec. For sure, we're gonna do this again at least once a week. Scalps asked when 3D files will be available, when to like 3D print, stuff like that. To be completely honest with you, 3D printing is gonna be one of the last utilities we're gonna add to icons, and the only reason to this is because of the complexity. 3D printing requires files that are created for 3D printing simply because of the required space, required, let's say, just the way things are 3D printed. You had to, when you design something that's going to be 3D printed, you had to design it in a way where you had to think about how the machine is going to 3D print the object, and all the objects up in like that could go on top or inside or whatever of the main 3D print that you want to do. So we are working with a few people and a few companies to try and move this along faster, but it's gonna take some time for everybody to have their own 3D printing files. Simply because it takes quite a long time to do, and we're also trying to find a better way to make it a lot more efficient for you guys to 3D print icons. We might even make it where every single attribute, maybe not every single, but a bunch of attributes can be 3D printed on their own, and you can stick it to the icon. For some attributes that might work, for some others it might not. So we had to look into a few other things that to make sure that you guys have the best options to 3D print your icons.
Yeah, it's definitely
We are
not.
also we are also sorry to interrupt,
No problem.
Jack, but we are also looking to do a partnership with a 3D printing company that they're gonna do all our, like, let's say, official Incognito 3D prints that people are going to be able to also to purchase if they want for down the line.
Yeah, certainly a major undertaking to convert, the 3D file to not just the 3D printable file, but there's a level of quality control that has to go into it, as Dynasty described. Especially if you're familiar with 3D printing,
To do testing, a bunch of other things. 3D
Yep.
printing is actually it's very complicated.
Yep.
It's not as simple as just designing it for it to look good.
The way
It looks, you have to make sure the whole structure it's 3D printable pretty much.
Yep. The way I foresee this future is one where indeed we will partner with a professional 3D print company, and we will help the icon holders commission, their icons into 3D prints, along with a third-party partner. I think that will be the best.
Yeah, we want to do that for sure.
That'll be the best solution, guys, and then people on request can commission their icons one at a time, and I highly look forward to it. We'll see.
That will be pretty cool for sure. We're also looking to partner with a blown glass studio. I think I've mentioned this before.
Yep.
For glass holders to be able to commission their own glass incognitos, which that would be pretty cool for sure. I'm trying to get one for myself as well, simply because they just look pretty cool.
Yep, glass icon, potentially at least one bronze icon may be commissioned down the road. Who knows?
Even a gold-plated one for sure.
A gold-plated one potentially down the road.
Even maybe a full gold, full solid gold. It's gonna be small, not big, not too big, but it's something that I would love to do, actually, to reward maybe even master collectors or those who own gold incognitos. Or maybe even give one away to our community. We'll see. It can be worth literally $20,000-$30,000 just for you guys to know that we don't care. We're not that we don't care. We don't mind spending money on this. Just on our icon necklace, the icon chain that we've already commissioned and it's being done. That costs us the whole thing that we're doing is over $20,000. Just the icon chain itself is worth over $17,000, simply because it's made out of solid rose gold. It's made by very, very professional and very recognizable let's say company out there. And we're also gonna do, like, I don't remember the exact amount, but I think we're gonna give away like 10 other icon chains that they won't be solid gold. They're gonna be gold plated ones. They're gonna be a little cheaper, but we've already paid this past couple of days over $20,000 just on the icon chain, for example. And we're also looking to do icon coins. Those are gonna be sick, and they're also probably gonna be made out of solid gold, depending on the price. And maybe they're gonna have a few other, let's say, it might have a technological side where we're probably gonna, we're looking into a company that adds let's say NFC tags with these coins, so you can use them as like a key, that you might use that key for future airdrops as well, or future stuff as well that we might do. So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that we have planned, a bunch of stuff that we have to get going, a bunch of stuff that we have to put into our schedule as well, and try to do as soon as possible. But yeah, just give it some time. We never, there's not a single day where we wake up and we have nothing to do, or we wake up and look to the ceiling and say, we're gonna take a day off today. That does not happen. Our day offs might be working, instead of 12 hours or 14 hours in Incognitos, it's working 6. and then the other we use all the time as a day off. So yeah, I mean, we're always trying to build. We're always trying to make sure this collection is far, let's say, how can I say? I put it nicer. We're always working to make this collection as unique as special as possible. It's literally our description is literally the main reason why, and this is literally the reason why we created Incognitos, is to make something special, to make something different, to try and be a little bit different to most collections out there, and to create something with a long-term vision and long-term future, not just something that is gonna probably make you guys money the short term, but then long term it's gonna be forgotten. We wanna make sure 2 years from now, Incognitos is still a big brand in the NFT world. And that's our view, that's what we're working on, and that's what we are pretty much gonna do.
Looking forward to all the merch in the coming years, and I say years because we do have a few dozen traits that we can inspire future merch from, right? It's not just the icon eyes, although CNC, machined icon eyes, life merch would be dope as well. But it's stuff like the money bandana, right? I would love to have like some, I don't know, some high-end silk screened
For sure, and we are gonna do that for sure.
Yep, stuff like that. And
I think I've said it multiple times. There's gonna be a few of our attributes that are gonna be made into physical merch or physical attributes that we are gonna then give out and sell to you guys. Also, one of the things I mentioned before, and everything we do with merch and stuff like that, at least at the beginning, or at least for the next few weeks, even months, we are not even gonna profit a single cent from any of the merch we do. Of course, we're gonna try and cover our costs, but we want to make sure that icon holders get the best quality merch that we can give them at the cheapest cost that we can give them, the cheapest price that we can make it available to them. So just give a few more days at least for us to announce our merch plans as well, because those are going to be pretty cool for sure.
Yep, sky's the limit. Shoutouts to us, Solitarius. He says icon headphone. Yeah, that's another one, guys. I hope this collection will be around for many years, guys, and with Dyn Studios maybe to help shepherd a lot of this development is going to be super exciting. Yes, icon branded, maybe like Beat style headphones. I was thinking also maybe we can do like a cannabis company sponsorship. Anybody who gets who has the weed joint gets something from some.
Funny you mentioned this, but we've been in talks with a pretty big cannabis / NFT startup that's gonna be public soon. I don't know exactly when. They're gonna be pretty big for sure. And one of the things that we were looking into is also giving, let's say, those who have like the weed joint attribute, for those people to have a special access to this NFT project that rewards holders. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it has to do with real cannabis. And for example,
Right.
one of the things that we were talking to, they were like, "Hey, we can send you all the samples you want. You can try it out, try the product, and make sure it's good before you give it to your holders." I'm like, "Hey, let's look into it." So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of, like I said, maybe we are not too public about it. Maybe we had to be a little more public about it. Share with you guys a bit more information. But there's always a bunch of things that we are looking into, that we're planning, that we're working on. So don't think we are just on here in Discord doing nothing.
Yeah, I might not be able to get you cannabis shipped internationally, but hey, maybe we can get you a grinder, maybe ship you a glass piece or some compliment. A grinder with an icon. That'd be cool. Icon branded weed grinder.
Cool, sure.
How about that, guys? That'd be perfect. And that's what I mean. There's there's going to be endless opportunity down the road, guys. You name the trait, we can probably come up with a way to reward you down the road. Super excited. We're barely just scratching the surface by the current roadmap that we've already outlined here. I look forward to hooking up everybody that has any kind of trait with some goodies down the road, 3D printed or otherwise. Okay, we have gone a solid hour and a half, 90 minutes. I love it.
Yeah, we can wrap things up.
Yep, look forward to timestamping this, and I look forward to the next one. Shout outs to Noob and Dynasty who kicked it with me. Check out the replay
Thank
on
you guys for
YouTube.
helping out for sure.
Indeed.
And yeah, and we'll make sure to announce when we have the next AMA. It's not gonna be too far down the line, especially with what we have planned for the next week, 2 weeks. We are gonna probably do a few of those in the next 10 to 14 days, even less. So yeah, we'll make sure you guys get updated, and yeah.
Been a great pleasure. Shout outs to everybody watching here on Discord, YouTube, and the replay afterwards. Find us, check out the Discord server, and follow us on Twitter. Last but not least, the Icon Army sub channel. We have a big Twitter campaign ahead of us. Anything you can do to help, guys, is appreciated. Much love to you all. Next time.
Bye. Thanks for being here.
Hey, don't forget to stay active in those channels too, because there are rewards. I'm not out of cells yet. Rewards keep coming.
Excellent reminder, guys. Your work in the Icon Army offensive will not be ignored.
Oh my God, bro! Look in the general. Look in the general chat right now. Oh, Dynasty, you need to look there in the general.
Oh
that was
my God. Shadow.
Yeah, I saw that.
God bless you, Shadow.
This guy, bro.
Oh my God, he is outdoing himself yet again. Brilliant. Yo, you know this
Probably
is
gonna be my next profile picture, something like that for sure.
Bro, that is literally amazing.
Yo, we're gonna be popping champagne next to this gift. Trust me.
For sure.
All right, guys. Let's go.
I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. I won't say anything. I better not say anything.
Let's not say anything.
I need to hop up. Yeah.
Much love to you guys.
I already gave way too much.
Gave too much. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, we still have a bunch of work to do today, so thanks to everybody. I don't think so. I'll probably call you